So Dark Souls 3 is your first Dark Souls? Because I don't know. I mean, I'm not as seasoned as Gamma, but yeah, I might have a few tips here and there. I mean, wait a minute. Oh, no hidden path ahead. Okay, this one guy said, alright. I wonder if there are illusionary walls in this game. Because I haven't found any yet. Okay. I just can't be arsed. Yeah, if this is your first Dark Souls, I don't know what kind of character you've made, but typically strength-based characters are a little easier for newcomers. Just because when you're a ranged class, especially if you're magic-based, you're a lot squishier, which means you have lower HP. If you take hits, they'll hurt a lot more. Especially since if you're a mage, mages have to charge up their shots, so that can also be something to take into account. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much you know. So, because in Dark Souls 2, I played a mage build, whereas my friend Gamma, he did a Miracles/dual wield build, so he was a lot tougher build than I was technically. Well, as he's correcting me, I did have more HP than him, despite being a squishier class technically. So, Jesus, I am getting destroyed. Jesus, I am getting destroyed. I am not. Yeah. So aside from builds, because yeah, as I said, strength and dex are a bit better for beginners. Oh yeah, awesome. Okay, so you're using a knight. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, so my friend Gamma, he said that if you're a knight, you'll want to specialize in great swords, and if that's the case, you're probably going to want to put a lot of points into strength, because a lot of the larger weapons are going to require lots of strength. So, because what you definitely want to do is to make sure that you invest in the attributes that you want very early on, because it becomes very hard later on to level up, because you'll need a lot of souls to get there. So, especially for a knight, I'd say get your dex up maybe around 20 as soon as you can, but dex isn't nearly as important for a bulky class. But still, a high amount of dex is good and needed to wield a lot of the larger weapons. So I'd say get your dex to about 20, but keep working on that strength. And also, if you're going to be a sturdy class like the knight, you'll also probably want to invest actively in endurance. That way you have higher stamina, because especially swinging around those heavier weapons are going to take out a bigger chunk of your stamina bars. So, because yeah, when you run out of that, it'll be a lot slower to move around, especially since when you wear heavier armor, you'll also take up more stamina rolling around. So endurance is not a bad bet to go with, and vigor is usually never a bad bet to go with anyway, because just having all that more HP really helps. So, because, wow, I am getting destroyed once again. Because a change from Dark Souls 2 to Dark Souls 3 that I should note with Vigor is that Vigor is the only stat that upgrades HP. So, unlike the last games where I was kind of used to getting a little bit of HP from a regular level up, in this game you only get more HP from Vigor. So to complement your higher armor rating, so that you can take bigger and harder hits. Fuck, I died. Yeah, you might also want to consider upgrading your vigor so that you can also take so you can take more hits without needing to use up Estus. Oh, nice. Yeah, and I guess another stat I could bring up as well is Vitality, which off the top of my head, Vitality in this game upgrades your equip load, which that's not a terribly important stat, especially this early on, but the equip load is important for the bulkier classes because being able to carry more means you'll be slowed down a lot less by how much you carry. So, because if you're not aware of how the equip load system works, it works based off on a percentage. The higher that percentage, the slower you move. So, yeah, I'd maybe put a few points into vitality here and there, but it's not a hugely. And I should put down my soapstone. But it's not. Oh shit. I am being invaded. Oh, this is balls. Guys, help. Help, help, help. Second bonfire. Second bonfire. Second bonfire. Help. Help, help, help! Okay. Oh god, I'm so dead. Faith is good for a miracle build. Miracles are healing spells, force spells, and lightning spells. Because the four main kinds of spells in the game are pyromancy, which is fire, sorcery, which is just like raw magic, and dark, which is a mix of both miracles and sorceries. Sorry if I'm. Hang on, I'm a little bit distracted. But as my friend said with pyromancy, to use pyromancies in this game requires now both intelligence and faith. So if you're going to invest into pyromancy, which pyromancy is a good all-rounder, it's pretty good against all types of enemies, it's not completely unworth your time to go with some pyromancies. I mean, faith. Okay, and sorry if I'm not being as on forward with the faith speech, because, sorry, I'm trying to focus here. Oh god, I am being terrible. God damn it. Fucking... Yeah, that person put up a good fight. I did not do as good with that as I should have. Oh man. So, because a lot of the stats in the game have passive resistances, and one of the resistances that Faith is good for is Dark against Dark Magic, which the resistances, as I said, they're definitely passive in nature. You don't need to worry about them as much. So, since you're a Knight class, I probably would not really worry about Faith at all. I mean, unless you want a couple of Faith spells, I mean miracles, to heal yourself, which, I don't know, that might be, which bonfire do you guys want me at? Okay. Shit. So yeah, unless you want a few miracles to heal yourself, and if they're cheap enough, a force push isn't too terrible. Cause some of them. Okay, yeah, a friend of mine noted that Force Push actually does deal a little damage, at least in Dark Souls 2. It might not for 3. I don't know, we might test it.